What's going on YouTube? CDA Green here, back with another video, and today we have the right versus the wrong way to cold approach. Now, cold approaching in general is not something that is ideal. Usually, let's at least go to the definition of cold approach. To my knowledge, that is when a girl shows you no signs, no interest. You just want to talk to her, you find her pretty. She don't even acknowledge you exist, and she ain't even noticed you yet, but you go over there and talk to her. You know what I'm saying? That's what a cold approach is. You don't have nothing to go off of, which is why it's called cold. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, ain't no warmth to that, John. You know what I'm saying? It's very uncomfortable to do so, hence the name, like we said. So cold approaching obviously isn't ideal, but doing it the right way, it can definitely go successful. But doing it the wrong way, that's how you either get put on a sexual offender list, a restraining order list, or you know what I'm saying, you just get embarrassed in public. One of them three things is going to happen if you do it the wrong way. It's got to be perfect. It's not perfect, but it has to be down to a science. At least you have to have a certain idea of what you're doing. You can't just go over there unless you know what I'm saying, just look like a Greek god to her in her eyes, and it's going to go perfect no matter what you say, for real. But if you more like, you know what I'm saying, an average looking dude, yeah, you're gonna have to come correct, bro. So the right versus the wrong way to cold approach by Marv Over Matter. Let's see what he's talking about. Make sure to like the video, comment, and subscribe. Appreciate y'all watching. Let's get straight to the vid.
What up, YouTube? It's your boy Marv Over Matter, and today I'm going to be reacting to two cold approach videos, right? One successful cold approach and one failed cold approach.
Okay.
Now, the thing is, neither one of them was a bad approach, right? Both guys went up, were confident, carried the conversation. They seemed pretty cool, right? The difference is in how the girls were responding to them, the girls' receptiveness to them, and the way that they carried the conversation. You can see that there's a stark difference in them. So I'm going to play one of them all the way up into the point where the guy asked, hey, can I have your number, Instagram, whatever it is? And then I'm going to pause it, and then I'm going to play the other one up to that point. And then y'all decide, you know what I'm saying?
Which is the good and which is the bad.
You know, pause the video and see, okay, who do I think did
a
better job? Which conversation looked like it was smoother? And, you know, if you got to go back and watch it again to kind of figure it out, kind of analyze it for yourself so you can see which one you think was better, right? Then I'm going to reveal who, you know, actually got the number, who didn't, and I'm going to break them down afterwards. I'm going to break down each approach, like, kind of simultaneously. So I'm going to play the beginning and then play the beginning and, you know, break down what was happening in each of the videos as they, were going through the approach.
Bro, now it's stakes to it. Now I got to get it right. You know what I'm saying? I have to. I don't lose. Except when it comes to approaching women. Unfortunately. Where's that sound effect? Yeah, it's tough, bro. I need to get my feet wet. You know what I'm saying? It's these repetitions. These are the canon events I'm going through. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a lot of bullshit. But once you stick along with something enough to weed through all the bullshit, you start seeing that gold, boy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I ain't mean to play that sound effect. I ain't gonna lie. That was the one I wanted to play. But yeah, we're gonna see.
All right, so
I'm not getting it wrong.
Let's get right into it with the first video.
Excuse me. Hi. What's your name?
Okay, off rip, I don't really like that. I don't really like that. I ain't gonna lie. Right? He kind of said, if I'm correct,
Get right into it with the first video.
Excuse me.
Yeah, he said, excuse me, as he was already passing. Ideally, you want to do it. This is them. You want to be ahead of them a little bit. You'd be like, oh, excuse me. Like, you want to be in front of them. You don't want to give them the opportunity to pass by you. You know what I'm saying? As creepy as that sounds. You don't want to give them the opportunity to escape, bro. You don't want that. So, off rip, I didn't like that. And it looked like she was caught off guard. She didn't really expect it. Didn't really want it, but now she's just being nice.
Hi. What's your name? Russian?
You know what I'm saying?
Ukrainian? Okay. I was going to guess one of the two. I saw you. I like your outfit. I wanted to say hi. What are you up to tonight?
Okay, led with a compliment. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Not too overly glazed. I liked your outfit. Just wanted to say, what's up? What you doing? What you up to tonight? I think she said thank you as well. Okay.
I'm just walking, looking around. It's my first time in Miami.
Oh, nice. How do you like Texas?
I like it, you know.
It's my first time in Miami. Niggas said, how do you like Texas? What? What are we talking about, bro? The nigga is so nervous. He thought she said Texas. Bro, we in Florida, my boy. Miami is in Florida, if I'm not mistaken, last time I checked the map, you know what I'm saying, of the United States, Miami was in Florida. So I don't know what he's talking about. Is he off drugs? That might be his second mistake.
Yeah, it's very, very hot though this time of
Yeah.
year. Like too much. I know it's hot here, but I
Okay,
think
got her
Houston's
laughing. Okay, got the eye contact
worse.
on point. Okay,
Yeah.
Houston. We was just talking about Miami, buddy. What are we doing?
Sometimes. Where are you from? Where are you living?
I live in New York.
Okay. She following up. Okay. Interested in the conversation, learning more about you as you was learning about her. Mutual interest. Okay, I like it.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I like it a lot, but I come here a lot. I have family here. I do work here and stuff too. So, well, I'm gonna head
Let
this
her
way.
know some things about you real quick. Okay, I'll be around here. You know what I'm saying? I might see you again. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna head this way though.
When do you leave?
Friday.
Friday?
Okay.
Cool. Well, maybe I can get your Instagram. Maybe we can hang out.
Alright, so
Okay. All right. That was smooth. I ain't gonna lie. It was cool. It was a few things he could have did better, but shit, it's better than I would have did. I ain't gonna lie. Good stuff, bro. Solid approach. Let's see.
you know, decide for yourself whether you think this is going to end positively or negatively for my guy.
It could be tough though because she's leaving soon. You know what I'm saying? She not even from here. She might go back to her original country, so she might not even try it just for the sake that it seems very temporary. But you never know, because he said, "Yeah, we can link up before you leave." So at the end of the day, it's just about who got to the contact info and who didn't. So let's see.
And then we're going to play the next video right now.
Excuse me. Sorry, can I be a bit cheeky?
Ooh, bro. Ooh. This is just a tough shot, I'll be honest, bro. This was tough. First thing, right? She had earbuds in. She ain't even hear what you said, gang. All she saw was a creepy man walking, trying to outpace her and get in front of her. Probably waving all crazy, you know what I'm saying? And the invisible camera as well. That's not a good start, bro. Like I said, when y'all crossing each other, that's not ideal. You want to be ahead a little bit, but even more so when you're walking in the same direction, kind of creeping up on them. You know what I'm saying? And trying to speed walk by him. Like, that's even worse, bro. I don't like that one. I don't like that at all, bro. And she had the earbuds in, so she could be kind of bothered. Looks like she's on her way somewhere. Got the bag. Looks like urgent business. She might have just got off work or something, and she trying to go home. Or she heading to work. But yeah, bro, I don't know though. We gonna let
I'm
you
just
cook.
waiting for my friend there, but I think you look very nice, and I was like, oh, I should come and say hello.
Thank you.
I like the
Aw. Even when she was listening to him say that, look how
I'm just waiting
guarded
for
she
my friend
looks.
there, but I think you look
Look how guarded she looks.
very nice, and
She's like, ew, nigga. Obviously she ain't say nigga, but like that's the energy it's giving off, you know what I'm saying? At least I hope she didn't say nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I was like, oh, I should come and say hello.
Thank you.
I like the stripy trousers.
Thank you so much.
You look like a gangster
Do
with
I?
the long coat. I'm like, something is going on here.
Okay, got the comedy going, alright. You know what I'm saying? Compliment mixed with some comedy. Said something very outlandish, but hey, it worked, bro. It worked. I like it, man. I like it. I like it a lot. You could tell he came with a plan, and now he executing that joint. All
Oh,
right.
thank you.
Hello, I'm David.
I'm Hannah.
Hello, I'm David. Hello. You ain't need to say hello. You're already talking. That's kind of more of like an intro thing when you haven't talked to anybody before. Like, oh, hello. Like, bro, she was mid laugh, combo.
The long coat. I'm like, something is going on here.
Oh, thank you.
Hello,
Thank
I'm
you. Hello, I'm David. Bro, we already talking. You could have been like, oh, I'm David, by the way. Nice to meet you. I didn't introduce myself. You know what I'm saying? I just had to compliment the drip because it was so immaculate first, but where are my manners? Where's my, you know what I'm saying? Where's my manners? My name is, you know what I'm saying? Nice to, like, yeah, like,
David.
come on, bro. Like, come on, bro.
I'm Hannah.
Act like you've been here before, man. This is what you do for YouTube, bro. Come on, you getting outdone by me, bro. I don't do this. Come
Very
on.
sleepy for Friday.
I'm very sleepy.
Did you have a big night last night? Thursday is the new Friday.
Okay. He's paying attention, looking at the features. Oh, you look a little tired. Was last night eventful? Looking real tired for a Friday. You should be happy. You know what I'm saying? The weekend about to pull it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's hard. I like that. I
Friday.
like that,
I
bro.
had a big night on Wednesday.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
What happened?
It was my boss's birthday,
Ah,
so we had a lot.
Okay. Getting the DLC information. You normally wouldn't find out this much on a first meet. You know what I'm saying? You got to go out of your way to learn things like this. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay.
Lunch.
Ah, a long lunch. Oh, okay, and then what's your tipple on your lunch?
We were drinking wine, actually.
I imagine you can handle your drink though. I just get that impression.
Depends, if I think.
I don't really like that. It's giving C like P Diddy a little bit. It's like, oh, you can handle your drinks. I take that as a challenge personally. Like you trying to drug her somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Take her somewhere. That's kind of bad. I don't like that you said that, but we're all adults here. We could talk about alcohol, I guess.
How many glasses before you're dangerous?
Okay. It was kind of cringe, but you know, I guess it kind of works. You know what I'm saying? Like how many? You could have said something like how many drinks before before you just knock out for the night. That would have been kind of cool. How many drinks until you dangerous? Like, what you talking about, bro? You know what I'm saying? You got her on edge now. Like, what you mean dangerous? She don't know what you talking about. She do, but she gonna play dumb. You know what I'm saying?
Depends if I made
Okay.
like 3 or 4.
Yeah. At uni, I was always called 3 Pint Dave. When I was in London, the Australian
3 Pint Dave. She don't care, gang. I'll be honest. We don't care. She trying to dip, boy. She got the AirPods. She already put it back in the ear. She don't care, bro. I'll be honest. But yeah, let's let you cook. I ain't gonna lie. I might just be hating. You know what I'm saying? You talking from your own personal experiences. It was relevant in your opinion. You said it. I can't fault you.
Okay.
Like 3 or 4.
Yeah. At uni, I was always called 3 Pint Dave. When I was in London, the Australians they.
That's not a good sign up because
At uni, I was always called 3 Pint Dave. When
he had to cut the vid right there. That comment probably didn't lead to anything. Now he's, you know what I'm saying, talking about something entirely new.
I was in London, the Australians they can definitely handle their drink, particularly the women.
Yeah.
They cause a lot of trouble.
Is she Australian? Did she say that to you, or are you just talking? You just telling her like stuff she didn't ask about, bro? Is that what's going on? But I guess you have to do that to a certain degree because she ain't even asked to be approached. So, I don't really know about this one. It's looking like the other bull got the up on you, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. But surprise me. You could surprise me
As well. So, look, very spontaneous, but maybe another time. Let's go for a drink.
All right, so
Okay, maybe another time. Let's go for a drink. Marv, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You might have threw a curveball, bro, but if I'm going off of everything that I said, I would be a fool to say that the second dude got the contact info over the first dude. I'm gonna go with the first dude got it.
you saw both now. You should have a better idea of which one you think is going to be, you know, the guy who gets the number versus the guy who doesn't.
Yep.
Like I said, go back, try to analyze it for yourself to see, but I'm also going to break it down in a second. So
The first dude I think got
here's
it.
here's the video here's the guy that got it.
Out or something sometime.
Okay. Let's do.
Yeah, come on, man. Come on, we do it. We do these, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? You kind of be like, it's kind of, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's obvious, but it's good to know I'm picking up on these things at least, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it looks like my training hasn't been entirely futile. But yeah, okay, let's see. This is nice. This is nice, you know what I'm saying?
I didn't bring it.
Now, to me, this was kind of obvious that he was going to do well.
Yeah.
And there's certain things that happen very early on that let you know, like, okay, this is probably going to go well, right? He's gonna, even if it doesn't lead to anything after this, he was at least going to get a number or an Instagram or whatever, right? Versus the other guy who you can kind of tell early on that wasn't going to happen.
Well, he's a very lucky man.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
All right.
Right. So first, I'm going to start with the video of the guy who did not get he was not able to close, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here we go.
Excuse me. Sorry, can I be a bit cheeky?
We gonna get a play-by-play,
I'm just
Marvel,
waiting for
okay?
my friend there, but I think you look very nice, and I was like, oh.
Bro, you pointed at nobody. It was nobody over there. I mean, he is waiting for the friend. Like, all right, I'm stupid. Never mind, bro. Never mind. It's just the fact that he pointed and there was nothing there. I'm sorry.
I should come and say hello.
Thank you.
All right. Now, to me, the big thing here is that, you know, she stopped to see what he was saying, to kind of hear him out, whatever. But when she saw him, there was no recognition. Like, nothing went off in her head, right?
Mm.
There was no smile. There was no, like, twinkle in the eye. No, nothing in her. You know what I mean? There was no real reaction. She was just kind of like, huh, what'd you say?
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah, sorry, sir. What'd you say? Right? It was kind of like that. So, in this case, you know, she clearly isn't interested in him physically, like off the rip. She's not interested in him. Now, that doesn't mean that it's over for him and that he has no chance, right? Because he could still, if he had good conversation, he could still get her engaged and he could still have her, like, you know, have her interested
Mm-hmm.
to some extent. But watch the difference in the way this girl looks at the guy who approaches her.
Excuse me. Hi. What's your name?
Right off the bat, y'all saw it.
Did a double take almost. Said, oh, like looked him up and down. Like
she first she didn't know what was going on. Right? She looked, she saw him. She said, "Oh, and then she looked and realized, and there was recognition in her eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And then she scanned him up and down.
Yeah,
and
come on, bro. Come on, man. I know what I'm talking about, bro. It's like, bro, it's like the coach. It's like the coach that know how to coach the players but can't actually play themselves, bro. You know what I'm saying? Come with me, bro, for some advice. I'm gonna give you that good advice, bro. But can I follow it myself? No. But that's not what coaches do, bro. We coach. We don't play. I'm not here to play. I'm here to coach. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to win you championships, bro. For real. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Marv, man.
Smart.
For real.
Now, this is a woman who saw something that she likes. She was interested in this guy as soon as she saw him. Right? So very early on, you can see a stark difference in the interaction. Now, the woman in the first video was not very interested. She didn't really care. She's just like, well, sorry, so what'd you say?
Yeah.
And this woman gives him a good look up and down, smirks to herself, and is clearly interested, clearly engaged, right off the bat. So from that point, right, having this kind of opener where she's interested like this, there's not much, too much he's going to have to do to get her engaged because she's already engaged. All he has to do is keep the conversation kind of flowing, and kind of get in and out pretty quickly because she's already intrigued, right? If he has good charisma, if he has good conversation,
he could afford to stay around.
Right? He can.
But if you're not him, bro, come on, just go off the attraction and leave, bro. Come on. That's it, bro. That's all you
add
got
to it, and that's going to make her like him even more. But he wouldn't really have to do too much because she's clearly already intrigued by him. Now, back to the other video.
I like the stripy trousers.
Thank you so much.
You look like a gangster.
Do
With
I?
the long coat, I'm like, something is going on here.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm David.
I'm Hannah.
You look very sleepy for Friday.
I'm very sleepy.
Did you have a big night last night? Thursday is the new Friday?
I had a big night on Wednesday.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
What happened?
It was my boss's birthday,
Ah,
so we had a long lunch.
a long lunch. Oh, okay, and then what's your tipple on your lunch?
We were drinking wine, actually.
Oh my God. I imagine you can handle your drink now. I just get that impression.
Depends, if I think.
How many glasses before you're dangerous?
So, one thing with his conversation, right, is it's very like fast paced, right? It's very fast paced. Now, I don't know if it's because of the environment they're in. I don't know if it's the culture to be fast paced, like if that's how people just speak in wherever they are. I'm not sure exactly where they are, but I don't know if that's just the culture, but he's like keeping it going. And that could be kind of good because he's not really letting there be awkward pauses, but it also makes her feel like, she has to answer quickly and she has to go along and right. You know what I mean? And he's not really leaving any pauses at the end of her sentence. As soon as she stops talking, he starts talking. Mm-hmm. Then it becomes just like a quick rapid fire, like interview. You know, there's not really a
time to feel the vibe.
There's no vibe to the conversation, right? It's not like people talking and really communicating. It's just him asking her questions and her just answering questions. It's an interview. He made it, he's speaking so quickly that it just became an interview. And I think that, with her not already being interested, right? Now he did say some like funny stuff with the gangster pants, right? She has striped pants, so it's like a gangster, right? He's trying to be playful, but he's doing it so like,
it's like he had it rehearsed,
that it's not really coming off playful. It's coming off scripted, right?
Yeah,
the way
bro.
he's talking, because it's so fast, it's coming off scripted. Now watch the other guy.
Russian? Ukrainian? Okay, I was gonna guess one of the two. I saw you, I liked your outfit, I wanted to say hi. What are you up to tonight?
I'm just walking, looking around. It's my first time in Miami.
Oh nice, how do you like Texas?
I never get that. But yeah. People how this dude's like American, the other dude is English. It might just be the UK Mandem Riz, bro. It's just not going very well, Mike. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got it on lock in America.
I like it.
That might be it.
Yeah, it's very, very hot though this time of year. Like too much. I know it's hot here, but I think Houston's probably worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Where are you from? Where are you living?
So the way he's speaking, his tone, everything, it's a lot more relaxed. It's a lot more casual. It's a lot more chill, right? It's a lot more comfortable. You could tell he's very settled in the conversation. He's not anxious. He's not any of that. And all that reads, all that comes across. The other guy, he's going rapid fire. It's probably because he has some anxiety. It's probably because there's a little bit of nerves there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit of like a performance going on. This guy's not performing. He's talking. There's some pauses. There's some, time to think that she's thinking, he's thinking, that they're going back and forth, and it's a conversation. And she's right here. I paused it here because she just asked him a question. The other girl throughout the entire video did not ask the guy one question.
Yep. We said that.
That's a telltale sign that she is not interested, right? So on top of, like I said, in the beginning, you can see she's not interested. As you go through the video and you listen to the conversation, you see that she not one time asked him a question, right? So when you're in a conversation like that, the girl's not asking you a question. There's not, like, me personally, I would just be like, you know what? I can tell she's not interested. I'm just going to walk away. But I'm just going to walk away because...
Me, I'm going to just shoot the shot regardless. I'm already here. I might as well. You feel me? Like, I'm already right here. I might as well just let that joint go, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because some girls, like, I don't know, like, they just don't show interest, even though they might be interested in you. So never block your blessings is what I say.
There's not really a point in... Even if you get the number, let's say in the first case, the guy got the number, right?
Mm-hmm.
He got the Instagram, whatever it is. In that case, she's not going to answer. She would just be being polite in that situation. If she gave him the number, if she gave him the Instagram, whatever, she would just be being polite because she's clearly not engaged. So me personally, if I could see that that's happening, I'm just going to get out of there. Personally, I'm not sticking around, wasting my time trying to just, push through it if she's really not interested. If she's engaging, like, resistance is okay. A little bit of resistance is okay. Like, if she was bantering, going back and forth, like, playful a little bit, or if he asked for the number and she said something smart, you know what I mean? That's, like, kind of bantery. Like, that's okay. Resistance is okay. You can kind of stick in there. I have a video about that, like, sticking in kind of through resistance on a cold approach. But
I might gotta watch that.
Just complete, like, disinterest with a body language is telling you, like, I'm not interested in this. I'm just doing little polite smiles. Like, I'm really not engaged. Like, I'm not open.
Yeah.
Don't waste your time on that. Just walk away. Just be like, you know what? Have a good day. Walk away. And keep it moving, right? Get yourself out of there, because going to the end, more than likely you're just going to get rejected.
But then again, she said she had a boyfriend, but she could just have said that as a lie to get the bull off her back. You know what I'm saying? So I wonder if she really did have a boyfriend. Marv, are you saying that if he had like a better approach and he did his thing more like the first dude, he could have, got that, you know what I'm saying? You saying that, bro? Like, she would have dropped her man for him? Unless she's lying, of course, which I'm assuming he probably thinks is a lie, so.
Or that she's not interested in you. So even when you get the number, you get the Instagram, you already can feel like, oh, this isn't going to go. Like, it's a rejection for real. So it's not good for your psyche. It's not good for your mental to go through with it like that. If she's just not giving you anything, it's dry the way that and she wasn't completely dry, but she was clearly not interested. As opposed to this guy.
I live in New York.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I like it a lot, but I come here a lot. I have family here. I do work here and stuff too, so. Well, I'm going to head this way. When do you leave?
Friday.
Friday? Cool. Well, maybe I can get your Instagram. Maybe we can hang out or something sometime.
Okay. Let's do it. I didn't bring it.
You see what I'm saying?
Tough.
Like, it was very just like, she's like, yeah, sure. Like, whatever I'm down for it. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, cool. Of course. That only makes sense because we had a good conversation. Whereas the other girl, you can see.
Depends if I made
Okay.
maybe like 3 or 4.
Yeah. At uni, I was always called 3 Pint Dave. When I was in London, the Australians, they can definitely handle their drink, particularly the women.
Yeah.
And they cause a lot of trouble as well, so.
Even the body language, right? Even the body language, she's turning this way in the direction she was going because she's antsy to leave. She wants to leave. You can tell, like, she wants to leave.
Mm-hmm.
She's doing little laughs like that, but she keeps turning and turning. Like, she's not trying to be there.
Waiting for the breakout
She really
point,
doesn't want to be there. She wants to be out.
Look, very spontaneous, but maybe another time, let's go for a drink.
I have a boyfriend.
Ah. Well, he's a very lucky man.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Bye-bye.
Mm-hmm.
And you can kind of tell when she said it, she was just waiting to say it. She was waiting to say, I have a boyfriend, so we can end this. Like, he was prolonging it with, witty conversation and all that stuff. And so she was entertaining it. But once she said, she's like, sorry, I have a boyfriend. Like, she was relieved to get it, to finally get it out, to finally say it. Mm-hmm. Because from the beginning, she wasn't interested. Throughout the interaction, she wasn't interested. And then at the end, it was just like a relief. Like, okay, I get to tell him no.
I get to
and
leave.
Before he even finished saying what he was saying, right? He didn't dismiss her. He said, well, he's a very lucky man. She said, yep. All right. I'm out.
Nice to meet you.
Right. She was out. She couldn't wait.
Deuces, man. Deuces. Nice to meet you. But not really, though. Get out my face. That's how I came off.
To say that so she could be like, hey, this is it. That's the end. Right. So this from top to bottom, she just wasn't really interested in him. Even though his approach wasn't terrible, I think there's some things that he could have done differently. So he definitely could have slowed down the pace of what was going on. He definitely could have slowed it down. Now, she was like, focused, going where she was going. So that was the case. But him also keeping the conversation fast paced didn't shift that, right? It just kept her energy high. It kept her like kind of antsy. It kept her like if he was more relaxed and calm, right? She would have settled in a bit more. If like the other guy, the way he approached, even if he approached this girl, right? Even if let's say she wasn't interested right off the rip, the way that he engages, the way that he's talking, right? It's so relaxed. It's so, just settled that it would have settled her. Because when you're having these conversations with women, you are still like leading the situation, right? So if you're calm, if you're relaxed, if you're cool, if you're witty, if you're fun, like you're controlling the conversation. Learning to control the conversation is very, very important in all communication, all aspects of life, jobs, wherever you're at. It's going to help you. Sales, anything. It's going to help you if you know how to control the conversation. Right? You know how to lead it. You know how to, add in humor when it's necessary, add in, all the nuances of conversation. If you know how to execute the nuances, then people are just going to feel more comfortable with you. They're going to feel more, open with you.
More receptive to you.
You're relaxed. They're relaxed, right? You're in control of it. So the first guy, he was very relaxed. He was in control.
Bro, back in the past, bro, I wouldn't take control. But now, say, for example, when it's like group work in school, I'm talking to somebody in the gym, I'll be like, oh, yeah, I'm going to get back to this workout, though. You have a good one. When it's group work, what should we do? I'm like, well, we could at least start with this and we'll figure the rest out later. Taking control. Oh, when do you think we should do this? Oh, probably after this. It just makes more sense that way. Like, yeah, I'm taking that lead role lately, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, bro, it takes a lot of, it does a lot of good for you to be able to control the flow of the convo, like you said.
Oh, the girl she was already interested, so it was a bit easier. But even if she wasn't, because of how cool, calm, and collected he was and relaxed, it was going to go well. Even if, like I said, she didn't start off into him. But this guy was not cool, calm, collected. He was antsy. He was kind of, speeding through it. He was confident enough, right? His voice wasn't shaky. It wasn't anything like that. But
she could still sense it.
You could tell he wasn't settled, right? And so being settled is important in cold approaching. And one more thing, even the depth of the conversation was different, right? This guy that didn't get the number, he was kind of like
drinks.
It was all surface level things. It was nothing about her. She didn't really talk about her. She talked about her boss's party, talked about, alcohol. He tried to get in there and say, how many drinks till you're dangerous. And she just kind of kept it surface level. Mm-hmm. She kept it surface level. Whereas the other woman obviously was asking him questions, learning about each other. They were learning about each other. They were learning, slightly deeper things like where do you live, all this type of stuff.
Yeah, I got fam out here, yeah.
It was very personal. Whereas the other guy, it wasn't personal. She didn't really want to get personal. And he didn't really give her anything like that was directly personal. Mm-hmm. He kind of just asked, what are you doing for the weekend? He left it open and she didn't take it personally. So there was not a real connection, right? So let's say he got the number or Instagram, even still, right? Let's say she was polite, she didn't have a boyfriend, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't deep enough of a connection for her to even answer either way. Now, I don't honestly think the first guy's conversation was that deep either, where he can walk away feeling confident that this woman would, answer.
It's just the energy.
Maybe because of the way she first looked him up and down, that might be, a sign that she'll answer, that she's actually interested.
Yep.
But realistically, neither one of those conversations were like, okay, I got into that. Like, this girl's going to answer. The guy who got the number, right, or the Instagram, whatever it was, his was deep enough. So it's like, okay, she could answer, right? She could. But had this second guy got the number, you would have been like, she's not going to answer this. She doesn't know anything about you, right? You don't know.
See, in that point, just don't even give me the number. Tell me you got a boyfriend. Tell me I'm not interested. So tell me any of that. Don't just give me the number. Be like, yeah, we'll talk. Like, nah, I'm cool. That destroys me.
One thing about her, really, like, there's no connection there, right? So that's another aspect. Yeah, the guy who got the number connected a bit deeper, not as deep as he could have, but still a bit deeper. And so that's important.
It's the opener. You don't got to do too much.
You have to be able to do that within a short amount of time, or make it flirty. Now, this guy that got the number could have also taken it to a flirty route because of how she looked at him immediately. Mm-hmm. If he picked up on that, he could have saw, okay.
So, oh, you like what you see? Shit, you give me the scan. What's my rating? Like, oh, that's hard.
We can make this flirty because she's eyeing me up and down, right? He could have added a little bit to it, but notice he didn't have to because she was already interested.
And maybe he already knew that.
You're approaching these girls, like, notice how when they first see you. I talked about that in a video a long time ago. Well, not that long. I haven't been doing it that long, but 3 subtle signs that she's interested. When a girl first sees you, if she does the little, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, little, like, there's going to be a reaction. She has a little reaction to you, a little up and down smile, whatever it is. There's going to be a little reaction to you. Mm-hmm. And if you notice that, you got it. And so then you can be flirty. You can be, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, what was that look? He could have been like, oh, what was that look? You look like what he could have.
Yo, did I not just say that, bro? Did I not just, like, yo, Marv, stop copying me, man. Stop for real. I should be coaching. Nah, he got it. I ain't gonna lie. I was ready to say I should be coaching him, but nah. You got some years on me, boy. I'll be up there with you, though, soon, for real. You know what I'm saying?
Probably still would have went well. Stuff. I don't know how smooth he is, but he probably could have taken it there and she would have laughed and be like, oh, no, I just, whatever, and it would have still been a good interaction. And that would have added to the connection. But yeah, both of these guys, like I said, did their thing. They went up confident enough, spoke, kept the conversation going. But you could see the calmness, the settledness in the guy who got the number versus the, almost performance type of interaction from the other guy.
Boy came with that script, man.
Keep her entertained almost the whole time, like asking her, saying little funny jokes and, doing a lot more. He was more entertaining.
Yeah.
Than the guy who got the number. But it could be just because he noticed initially she wasn't interested. So those are the 2 cold approaches that I broke down for today. Let me know if y'all want me to do more of these. And like, tell me which ones you want to do. Cause I know there's some that are, better than others. I don't know if there's some that are popular. Or some, people who approach that you guys like. But send them to me. Put them in the comments. But yeah, that's the video for today. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think. Like I said, drop some more topics in the comment section. I got my coaching calls.
My dog, man. Every time you mention them coaching calls, that's when we close out the vid, my nigga. Shout out to you, though, Mar. Appreciate the content, man. For real. You're a real one for that. And the knowledge, for real. Shout out to you, Marv. Marv over matter. You know what I'm saying? We out. We gonna say it. I'm gonna say it for you, bro. Your video is done. My time now. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all for watching. If y'all like the vid, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. This was the right versus the wrong way to cold approach. Obviously, you can have good energy. You know what I'm saying? Come relaxed, set the vibe, take your time, be attractive. Cause like that dude, apparently in the first clip, he was also attractive. She liked what she saw. He didn't have to do too much. But if you are not as attractive to the girl, you might have to do a little more. And that's where the bull, he was like a circus monkey. He was performing, he put on a show for the shorty, so it didn't work. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if he took his time or really asked her questions about her, maybe did some type of flirting, he could have got up in there, but that just wasn't the case. Like, it was just, I don't know. Even the approach itself, like walking up on her from the side, I was like, dang, bruh. You know what I'm saying? That's 101. That's cold approach 101, bro. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, bro. But I don't even do this, so I can't even really be talking about these dudes like that, bro, because I got such a, like, I have only one move when it comes to it. I'm like, oh yeah, I think you look good. I'm trying to take you out. You pretty. What's your name? Like, you feel me? Like, I need to expand my horizons. So this was very educational. If you thought so too, like I said, leave a comment in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching the video. I'm gonna get up out of here. I love y'all. Peace.